my hands.
Lasso?
Yeah, can you get it? Or do you need help? First step, and then a good recipe. I'll get it.
Micah and extra muscles.
Jump. Man, look at those. Look at those huge muscles.
Welcome to a good show.
Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to The Road to Wellness. I wanted to show you guys a recipe I have. It's more of a fat bomb, but I believe that we can taste sweet for a reason. And some scientific researchers believe that this reason is because before the industrialized food process began, when we would find these foods in nature, we had seasonal access to them. So we would tend to kind of bulk up our fat on these foods so that we could survive in the winter months when we didn't have good access to these caloric rich foods. So what we're going to make today is a chocolate raspberry ice cream. And really it turns out to be a little bit more like mousse. The thing I really like about this recipe is when you freeze it, it is a little bit harder than conventional ice cream unless you stir it as it's freezing. In this recipe, it's actually pliable to where you can get a spoon in there and spoon some of it out. And it took me a little while to get a hold of this, so that's why I want to show you. So let's start with the ingredients. Cream cheese. We did not get grass-fed. It's all in what you can afford at the moment. You know, we try to get grass-fed when we can. Earth Fare, though, has a really good deal on this. This was $2.50 per pack, and it's from cows treated without RBST, which is a hormone.
Pomelo.
It's Pamela. And again, not organic, but you know, you do what you can. We also have stevia.
Stevia?
And you want to remember to get the liquid stevia because the stevia that is powder is actually mixed usually with maltodextrin or dextrose and totally negates what you're trying to do because they raise your blood sugar level in extreme amounts, even more than sugar sometimes. And I actually have right here the stevia that we bought, believing that it was stevia, as you see. Stevia extract. 0-calorie sweetener.
It's fire.
That's right. If you look here on the back, and this is important, first ingredient is maltodextrin. So this is not stevia. This is basically sugar. It's going to raise your insulin. We have cocoa.
Cocoa?
And actually we really like the raw cacao powder, so we're just going to try to finish this off because this is actually just cocoa. It's processed with alkali. This is just the raw organic powder. Got this at Target for $5. It's really not a bad price, but you only get 4 ounces, so there's better deals out there. Pink Himalayan salt, and this helps with the pliability. And then this deal we got on Amazon. This was $12. It is 2.5 pounds of erythritol. And erythritol is a sugar alcohol, and it does not raise your insulin like sugar or maltodextrin or dextrose or sucrose or any of those. As you can see here, only ingredient is erythritol. That's what we want. And then we also got this gigantic bottle of stevia on Amazon for like $8, I believe. I'll have to check, but that's a super good price because usually at the store, this tiny bottle right here is $8 to $10. Next item we have is the heavy cream, organic, and is it grass fed? I believe it was grass fed. I'm pretty sure we asked Earth Fare. Earth Fare has some really good deals on stuff like this. We actually got a bunch of meat there for some really good prices. And this bottle was only like $5. And then last but not least, we have these organic raspberries. And they look delicious. So we've let these cream cheese sticks sit out for a little while. They're still cool, but they're not cold. You can let them get to room temperature if you want. This is the most successful way I've found to do it.
I didn't put it in.
Sorry, buddy. I'll let you put in the next piece, alright? Alright, so we had to change spaces here because I forgot we don't have power over there.
Okay, I'm a kid. And I can talk.
Alright, buddy. You ready to help?
Nope.
And I'm going to add the rest over time.
Okay.
Wow, this is really thick cream. Super thick. So I'm gonna pour this in here.
Your mind, you can hold away time. And if I'm holding you back, let me know. What's complicated should be so simple. I try to make it easy.
So we got 1 stick of cream cheese so far. And 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. And we're going to start and mix this together.
What more can I say or do? You only see half of what's there. Just hold on, you know me better. How we look gonna mess me up. Nights like these when I need your touch. Kicking it high in the back of my bus. About you, why you thinking about trust? I'll be home soon.
So now we're gonna add in another bar of cream cheese as soon as my helper comes back. Come back here, helper.
Okay. So I'm gonna do is make it chocolate ice cream. I want to put it in.
Yeah, you can. All right, no. Hold this. Here, grab this. And let it fall into there, okay? Yeah, there you go.
I try making it easy on you. What more can I say or do? You only see half of what's there. Just hold on, you know me better. How we look gonna mess me up. Nights like these when I need your touch. Kicking it high in the back of my bus. Thinking about you, why you thinking about trust? I'll be home soon.
Alright, so we had to take a short break to let the camera charge. But as you can see, the consistency right here, it's very thick, which is what we want. It's creamy and thick. So we're gonna add just under a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is to help with the pliability.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
Go ahead. Good job.
So,
And then we add
that thing looks funny.
a full teaspoon of vanilla.
Yep, Camilla.
All right. Good job. And then we go on to the cocoa.
Cocoa.
We're gonna add a full cup. Alright, so now we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of erythritol. Now you don't want to go too heavy on the erythritol because it can cause some gastrointestinal issues. We don't need that right now.
What? That's big.
Alright, good job. Mix that a little bit more.
Wow, it's so brown.
And then we'll add in our liquid stevia. Now I add in some stevia to make up for erythritol so that we don't have to use as much and risk gastrointestinal issues. So we're gonna add in a teaspoon and a half. Actually, I like it a little bit less sweet, so I'm just gonna add a teaspoon.
Yep. That's our choice. Okay.
There you go.
That's enough.
Good. Alright, so last but not least is our organic raspberries.
Can I put them in?
Go ahead.
Okay, we need some more.
Yep. A little bit more. Alright, that's good. That's good. So one of the reasons we use raspberries is because they're very low glycemic. And they actually have a lot of good antioxidants, which is awesome. So now we just fold this in. We don't want to use the whisk because it'll just shred the raspberries. And I like to have pieces of raspberry, but that's on you if you want pieces or if you want to mix it all together. Your preference. Ooh, how's that raw cocoa?
Okay.
Is it gross?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's really good for you though. Raw cacao has a lot of nutrients and a rich antioxidant profile. So now for the taste test. Come here, bud. You want a taste test? How's it taste?
Okay.
Tastes delicious. I think you're right.
Stop living in denial.